Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dash, and welcome to day 3 of 15 Days of Dash. I don't know why I just struggled to get that out, but welcome to day 3. Y'all have been eating up days 1 and days 2 special. Day 3 is so juicy. Okay, the Divine Sugar Baby Workshop is 50% off today, so that means it's only $50. Okay, $50 on my most divine sugar baby drop ever. Okay, that workshop has everything you could ever possibly need in regards to becoming a sugar baby, being successful as a sugar baby, understanding what you need to do, what it takes, everything along those lines. With that and all of the tea inside of Sugarland University, inside of the app, you'll be set and ready to rumble. Okay, it's the only thing not inside of Sugarland University inside of the app. Because it's its own workshop itself. So it's $50 today, darling. $50. Only $50. Okay. Passive income icon is also $50 today. So make sure you take advantage. I'll make sure the links are below in the description box for you. And yeah, you know, like I said, things have been going really well with 15 Days of Dash. I really look forward to 15 Days of Dash every year. I value any woman that takes time to invest in herself and change her life, honey, like, period. Also, the Amazon birthday wish list is in my description if you want to buy me a gift. Okay, it's things on there that are like super cheap, and it's things on there that are a little pricey, but like not crazy pricey, especially some of y'all rich bitches, you know. So okay, I put all kind of stuff on there, but you know, if you want to give me something, you can. But like I said, I always rather you guys do something for yourself. Get yourself something for 15 Days of Dash, because the deals are crazy, and they're just going to get crazier and crazier as the days go on. I think today is the only day that's not another day of. So there's not another day where the passive income icon or the Divine Sugar Baby will be $50 off. So that's something to keep in mind and pay attention to through these 15 days. You will have another opportunity, I think. Make sure you go look at the schedule. I posted the schedule. It's on the community board, okay? So either way, I want you guys to know where we are in our story, okay? The story of our little friend that we're doing this series about. We're on part 3. We just talked about her in shark mode yesterday, and now she is a full-fledged shark in this era, as far as this video goes. And this video is all about welcoming her to the fast life, okay? So this is like all about pros and cons of living a fast life. I feel like everybody can take some knowledge from this. I'm never gonna sit here and act like living a fast life isn't lit, because when you a bad bitch and you live a fast life, it's lit, but things can easily get out of hand, okay? And I thought her story would be the perfect example. So in this era, she's partying a lot, lots of different men, she's dating, she's vibing, lots of different perceptions are being made about her, perceptions, misconceptions, everything. She's rocking and rolling with the bullets and doesn't give a fuck, okay? But along that journey, she was able to understand the pros, and like after this journey ended for her, she understood the cons of what came along with that lifestyle. There was times for her that she would tell me like how invigorating she would feel in dangerous situations. Like, and it's not even necessarily dangerous, definitely could have died, but like just certain situations would make her feel so alive. Certain things, being in certain places, experiencing certain things, that feeling. And when you like feel that feeling for the first time, it's like a drug. It's like a drug that you just constantly want. You constantly get used to like that tone, that energy, that umph of it, you know, not thinking about the cons that come along with that, not thinking about what's going to happen once you slow down, you know, not realizing the negative perceptions and misconceptions that people will make about you if you're not careful. Okay. So in this video, I'm going to tell you some pros and cons of living a fast life. Okay. So first, the exciting experiences. So when you live fast, it can lead to thrilling and spontaneous experiences. First dates are over the top. Over the top becomes the... Sorry, y'all. Like, my phone is going motherfucking crazy. My phone is going crazy. So I'm so sorry, okay? But either way, the fast life, like, experiences, like, even when it comes to dating, when it comes to going out, when it comes to getting dressed, everything is just up there. Everything is just over the top. It's not no casual shit, right? That's one of the most invigorating things, and it's one of the hardest things to leave behind when you decide that the fast life is no longer for you. the flashiness, the glam, the fun of it all. It was something that she was super caught up in, and it was very invigorating when she knew she was a person that went from deciding who she was going to become to becoming this shark. And then now she's in the fucking water swimming, almost looking for prey still, you know what I'm saying? And she's living a fast ass life in the process. So one of the number one things are the exciting experiences that come along with living a fast life. Everything is very extra, very over the top. Like, it's almost like regular shit that would excite people, like being taken out to a nice dinner. I mean, Michelin star restaurant, whatever. That's basic as fuck when it comes to living fast, because that's normal. You do that on a regular basis. So why would that be exciting? You know what I'm saying? So, okay. The next thing is the variety. Okay, you're gonna meet an array of people, and you're gonna explore different types of relationships and learn so many things along the process. Okay, it's so many different things that you might not even realize that you're into, and it's so many different things you might not even think that you would be exposed to until you are. Things will just pop up in front of you when you live in a fast life. You have the opportunities to say yes and no. I feel like you always make your own decisions, but you can easily be tempted to do things that you wouldn't necessarily do on a regular basis by peer pressure. I personally think during this era, she always was a person that thought for herself, so this wasn't too tough. But being exposed to certain things, and we're going to talk about that when we get to the cons of it, but being exposed to certain things can be shell-shocking to people who are coming from sheltered upbringings and things like that, but the variety of things, the variety of people, the opportunities that come along, just being in the right place at the right time and being introduced to somebody that you might have never thought you would be introduced to becomes normal. The whole thinking of someone bigger in the essence of a celebrity or something along those lines becomes regular. That's a regular person, you know what I'm saying? It's not a person that you see as grandiose, So that's one big thing as well. The next one is opportunities. It's a it's a fucking pond of big fish when you're invited to the right place, okay? So how when you up and coming, you in your young bad bitch era, and it's certain types of men you want to attract. It's certain type of men you want to date, whether it be older guys, whether it be younger guys. Everything is high profile, that whole vibe of dating high level people and trying to figure out how I'm gonna get him. It is not a how do I get him. It's a when is it gonna happen? When am I gonna run into him again? How can I run into him again? Who should I hang out with that I could accidentally bump into him? It's not a hard thought process. Even how people go into the process of thinking about how to date athletes and stuff like that. It's not really a thing. It's just being at the right place at the right time, or knowing the right individual, and being a bad bitch. It's really simple. Everything moves fast. Everything moves super fast. And for her, it's just I remember she went from thinking damn, how do you date somebody that's young and popping and got all this going on and got all that going on? How do you get their attention? And then next thing you know, she was the attention. You know what I'm saying? She was the one they was trying to get attention from. So it's it's all about the connections and the vibes, and just making sure you know the right people. Because if you know the right people, you can end up in front of anybody, and ending up in front of anybody could bring you the ultimate blessing. So never forget that, okay? The opportunities are lit. I feel like the opportunities and the exciting experiences are the top tier things of fast life. It's the hardest thing to let go. It's the hardest thing to act like it isn't important, to give up. When you gotta give up something, you gotta convince yourself I don't want that anymore. That's the hardest thing to get to. That's the hardest place to get to with that specific thing. And the last pro, of course, is the learning and the growth. So these quick interactions and this quick-paced lifestyle can lead to a lot of personal development. You'll easily become hip to the way things work and what's really going on behind the scenes. You will learn so much shit behind the scenes. This girl actually dated an entertainment attorney or an entertainment lawyer, however you would say it. I mean, very, very, very high-profile clients. One person who was constantly brought up in conversations or stories by this entertainment attorney. I'm going to say his initials. It started with a JB, okay? Or his initials were JB. And the things that she learned about what goes on in the industry and how that person was done from that attorney was insane, and you don't really know what's going on. You don't really know what the fuck. Nothing is what it seems, right? And when you live a very fast life and you know what the hell is going on behind the scenes and you learn that, it makes you either hesitant, weary. This is a very NDA ass era for her. You go to a party and people want you to sign NDAs, no pictures, no nothing being taken in here. Bunch of people that you thought were average until you get in the party and you realize who's really in the party. This was a crazy ass era for her. So it was one of those where if it was someone else who didn't think the way she think and didn't have her own like motion in the essence of knowing right from wrong, or knowing what was right or wrong for her, this might have been a tougher situation, or it wouldn't have been a lovely or graceful situation for her living a fast life. But the exposure to things can be very shell shocking. What's really going on is really shell shocking. But once you learn and you're hip, you kind of know where to stick and move, you know. And she was the queen of sticking and moving. So either way, okay, those are some pros. So here are some cons. And the cons are honestly the most important part of this video, because I do want y'all to understand. I've always been a person who advocates for the taboo side of life. Okay, I add glitz and glam to things that people consider inappropriate all the time. But it's important to know the cons of everything. And the one thing that I have always been real with y'all, no matter what aspect of whatever I'm discussing with y'all, I'm always telling y'all the pros and cons of things. I will always tell you how something may affect you or change you or everything or anything along those lines, okay? Hence why I decided to take this girl's story and make it the lessons for this journey, because it's all going to make sense on day 15, okay? So either way, the first con is the superficial connection. So there are going to be lots of short-lived relationships, like and if you're a person who is a very genuine person and you're very solid with yourself and you think that you're going to run into people on that same energy, wake up, bitch. Okay, because that's not how it works when you live in a fast-paced life. People will use the fuck out of you. People will pretend to be your friend. People will pretend and I say this from a female and a male aspect. Females will pretend to be your friend because they want to get close to a certain guy, and males will pretend to be your friend because they want to get in your pants. And it can get very sketchy, very overwhelming, okay? Some of the stories that she has about just the way men would just like flip the switch, like, you know what I'm saying? Or the extraness of it all, like the finesse of it all, you know. It's like in a fast life, every girl has a price, and it's not priced for some pee, okay? But it's like it's a price tag on every bitch when you live a fast life, you know. And so that's how men kind of treat you, like you a price tag, you know. And that shit becomes unfulfilling, obviously, you know. Like when you are a real person and you want to be seen as the real person you are, and you want to build genuine connections with people, it's very difficult to do that when everything around you is superficial. 2 is the lack of commitment. So if you're in relationships, a hurried lifestyle can make it challenging to commit to a long-term commitment. So you'll meet these guys in this era of living fast. Like she met several guys, dated several guys, and it would last for months at a time, and it would seem like this is going to be a long-term connection. This person would, like, I don't even want to use the term love bomb her, but some of them would love bomb her with potential plans and potential ideas, and like take her here and wine her here and dine her here. And it was just over the top, over the top, over the top. But it was all daunting. She was never really seen. She was an accessory, you know? And like being an accessory is cool. Like I think being an accessory is hot to a certain degree. Like, you know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to be their man's accessory if you're really a bad bitch, you know? But at the same time, you should be recognized and valued as a person too. You should be recognized and valued as a person who has feelings and thoughts as well. You're not just there for decor, bitch, you know? So it's like being the trophy is key. Like, duh, we love that. But also be with somebody who values you for how you think and values you for how you feel and cares about how you feel, you know? So that's the con that comes along with it too. The emotional toll. So like things move fast. So like friendships, relationships, everything, it can take a toll on you if you are a person that is very emotionally attached to things, or a person who is very emotionally affected by certain things. It can just all around be a lot. It can be draining. It can lead to burnout. It'll make you want to separate yourself from people and things. It'll have you very confused. You won't really know like what's going on, you know? I can remember there being times where like she would have to show up when she really didn't have the capacity to show up, but it was just what she had to do, you know, because that was the life that she was living and that's what she was caught up in, you know. So it's just, you have to be very mindful of what it does to your emotions along the way. When you're around a bunch of fake ass shit and you're a real ass person, it can become very difficult for you to exist, okay? And I'm not saying exist from a fucking suicidal essence. I'm saying exist from a just like being around people and being present with people essence. So another con is the reduced quality time. So it's limited time for meaningful connections and trust building. Like, you almost get to a point where you have a guard up because you don't trust people. You know, people are really trying to deal with you and be in your life to gain something from you. They want the benefit from you. And if you don't have the benefit, then you're useless, right? And like, from a shark's perspective, like we talked about in the last video, that's what you do when you're a shark. But now if you've embodied the shark and you're already successful, and now you're at a point where you want to build genuine connections and build trust with people, but you're so stuck in that life, it's going to be very difficult for you to make that transition immediately, you know, to building connections with people that are meant to be in your life long term, because most of this shit that you've been doing with this fast life is short term lived. Okay, that's why when you do it, you got to get in there, live your life, make the place that you need to make, and then get the fuck out, you know. But it's very difficult to build meaningful connections when you have your guard up and you have tried to have meaningful connections in the past and had to take lessons in the essence of learning, like, okay, that person wasn't really my friend and I was being very real with them and I just got played for it. So you almost have a guard up because you don't want to feel played anymore. Like, she was over it. She was like, I ain't finna fall for this bullshit from these people anymore, you know? So if they're going to be fake, then I'm going to be fake. And that's not the person that you are. You should never allow the way others treat you to change the way you are as a person, you know? And that's the one thing that helped her really recognize that, like, she needed to take a step back out of living such a fast ass life. Okay. And then the last one is the risk of impulsivity. So quick decisions may lead to regrets or misunderstanding. So it's lots of things that pop up along the journey. It's lots of distractions that pop up along the journey. And like, impulse decisions happen and take place all the time because things are moving so fast. And impulse decisions can make or break you. You know, from her perspective, she lost money when it came to business because she was moving too quickly with decisions. She lost the connections that she had with real people that she met along her journey because she was so like offset from being involved with so many people because of the trauma she had went through with the shitty relationships that she had fallen into, you know. So lots of different things happened that completely just threw everything off, in the essence of her understanding that it was no longer aligning for her to live a fast life, and it was something that she was going to have to let go of no matter how much joy it at one time brought her. So I just want you guys to understand, if you are a person who is like yearning to live a fast life, because so many of you guys are. So many of you guys think that living a fast life and having this and being flown out and doing all this and dating all these men and whatever is just going to give you the life that you want. And in retrospect, it's very easy to get lost in the sauce. And it's very like humbling. Okay, it's very humbling to recognize that, like, damn, these people that you thought were your fucking friends aren't actually your friends. They want something from you or want to potentially take advantage of you, you know? So it's so important to pay attention to things. If you are going to be in the fast life, take advantage of the experiences, but always have your own mindset, your own mind frame, and always have your own way of going about things. If it doesn't feel right, always trust that gut feeling because it's probably not right, you know? And yeah, you know, so part 3 of the story was all about the fast life. This video isn't as long as the other two. It was very direct and to the point. And now I'm fixing to get on live with you guys too. So hopefully you get to catch the live after this video. But yeah, this one was a good one. The story just gets juicier and juicier and juicier. And yeah, you know. So either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Anything you may need is below in the description box. Don't forget to take advantage of the 15 days of Dash deals. If you want to get the passive income icon and learn how to make money in your sleep, it's $50 off today. It teaches you several different ways to make money in your sleep. If you want to become the ultimate sugar baby, okay, the Divine Sugar Baby Workshop is the one for you, girl. There is no comparison to that specific workshop whatsoever. It was a high demand drop, okay? One of the best sellers of 2023. So either way, I love you guys so much. I hope you're enjoying this 15 days of Dash so far. We're only on day 3. We got 12 more days to go. So yeah, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.